honored to be here this evening to welcome all of you. Family, friends, Provost Cohn, Dean Lund, faculty, staff, and our soon-to-be new nurses to Elon Nursing's 2024 Pinning Celebration. We are here tonight to celebrate the determination, resilience, and growth of 18 individuals who walked into this room as students and who will leave as nurses. Exactly. Right? So this is no small feat. Over the past 16 months, these students have completed 17 nursing classes, approximately 50 exams, countless number of quizzes, reflective journals, group projects, and 540 hours of clinical. The journey has not been an easy one, right? There have been many ups and downs. There may have been moments when you questioned whether you made the right decision. And in those moments, you remembered why you wanted to be a nurse. You persevered, and look at you now. You are here, ready to take the next step in your nursing journey. So tonight we will hear from individuals who have been in your shoes. You will learn about the time-honored tradition and significance of pinning, and you will honor each other, all in the presence of your loved ones. Everyone in the nursing department, the School of Health Sciences, and Elon University are so proud of you. So soak it all in. Tonight is all about celebrating you and welcoming you to the nursing ranks. So one last clap. All right, so thank you again. We're going to go ahead and get started. So please join me in welcoming the Dean of the School of Health Sciences, Dr. Maha Lund.
Good evening. It is a pleasure to be here with you today at this special occasion of the Department of Nursing Pinning Celebration. And I also would like to give a special welcome to our guest speaker, Dr. Susan Letvak, the Eloise R. Lewis Excellence Professor at the School of Nursing at UNCG. I am grateful for the dedicated faculty and staff who are here to teach, advise, guide, and support the nursing students from the admissions process all the way to today. As part of your Elon family, they are invested in and committed to your success at Elon in the clinic and throughout your professional careers. While we captured much of your time and attention over the last months in the classroom and in the clinic, we know the importance of families, friends, and loved ones surrounding you. And therefore, we extend a special welcome to the families and invited guests here with us today. Thank you so much for the needed and appreciated support each of these students benefits from in their life's journey, especially this past year. Nursing students, the pins that you received today are an important symbol of all of your successes, your failures, and life experiences that led you to this specific time and place. You have each achieved an important milestone in your education. And as care providers, I invite you to make the choice to see the humanity in each of your patients. I want you to create relationships with them where they feel comfortable, where they can be their authentic selves and share their stories with you. Aspire to treat each person with respect and dignity and deliver the best possible evidence-informed care. Delivering the best healthcare today is not a solo endeavor. Rather, you should choose to practice in a strong healthcare team to work towards the best outcomes for all people in our society. No doubt that there will be challenges along the way because clinical experiences is not about handling straightforward cases, right? The textbook cases, they are not out there, I'm sorry to say, because there is no such thing. However, in my mind, clinical experience is about how we handle uncertainty, because they will certainly be part of the experience of healthcare providers who treat the whole person. You have grown and learned so much, and I invite you to live life to its fullest by committing to a lifelong master adaptive learner. As you receive your pins today, I hope you feel the deep sense of accomplishment and know that you are well prepared to face the challenges before you. May you all be change agents for a future with reduced healthcare inequities and optimized patient outcomes. And so in closing, again, a warm welcome to all who join us in celebrating this significant milestone, and my personal congratulations to the nursing graduates. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dean Lund. I'd like to invite Lauren Dykstra up to the podium to introduce our keynote speaker.
Dr. Susan Letvak is an endowed professor of nursing at UNC Greensboro, where she directs the PhD in nursing program and the Veterans Access Program for military and veteran students. Originally from New York, Dr. Letvak served in the U.S. Navy and has been teaching nursing for over 30 years. Her research is focused on the health and safety of the nursing workforce, and she has been funded by the U.S. Department of Defense, the Robert Woods Johnson Foundation, and the U.S. Health Resources and Services Administration. She has over 70 publications and almost 100 scholarly presentations. Dr. Letvak raised her children in Elon, where she spent many hours in the concession stands at football games. Please welcome Dr. Susan Letvak.
Thank you. Yes, it's true, many hours in the concession stands. Thank you for having me here this evening. A few weeks ago, while walking my dog early in the morning, a little boy who told me he was 8 years old and his name was Dylan decided to tag along and chat. Dylan soon asked me, "What time is it? I have to be ready for school." And I said, "It's 7:05. Dylan said, "What time is that in military time?" And I replied, "Oh, 7:05. Dylan then said, "How did you know that?" And I said, "Well, I was in the military." He said, "Cool, were you in World War II?" I laughed, and I said, "Do I look that old?" And after a brief moment of silence, he said, "Well, yeah, kinda." So what can this old nurse, I've been licensed for over 40 years, now impart to you graduating new nurses? First, every new nurse needs a best friend named Pam. Lorazepam, diazepam, clonazepam are who I recommend. Secondly, perfect the art of quietly sneaking in and out of patient rooms, especially those light sleepers. Move like a ninja on a mission. You will have the highest patient satisfaction scores. Next, manifest. Cambridge Dictionary named manifest as its word of the year for 2024. Popularized by celebrities such as singer Dua Lipa, manifest refers to the practice of using methods such as visualization and affirmation to help you imagine achieving something you want, in the belief that doing so will make it likely to happen. So carry your stethoscope around your neck like a superhero cape. It's not just an assessment instrument, it's your symbol of power. Everyone will know you're important and you will manifest. When you hear Code Brown, it's not a lost kid. Oh no, it's far worse. So arm yourself with humor, gloves, a few student nurses, of course, and manifest. Live a healthy lifestyle. You can no longer blame exam stress as the reason to eat an entire package of Oreo cookies and stay in the same pair of pajamas for 3 days. Remember, you can't care for others without caring for yourself. While I promise you there will be a lot of laughs in nursing, nursing is also highly stressful, and the nursing shortage is not likely going away anytime soon. At a nursing conference at Cone Health just a few weeks ago, I heard Dr. Teresa Rincon speak, and she discussed what is called dilution of expertise in our hospitals. Years back, you needed years of med-surg before you were allowed to work in the emergency room or ICU. Now, our new grads go directly into high acuity settings where every nurse is considered to be an expert. You may have heard of Patricia Benner's novice to expert model. You started out as a novice with those multiple choice questions, and now you're expert on SATA and even bow tie questions. But you will be a novice registered nurse. Several years back, I had an older student, who I'll call Mary, who went right to work in the ICU unit. Because she was also older, she felt pressured to act more experienced than she was. In the second week out of her 2-short residency program, a physician wrote comfort care for a critically ill patient. Mary quickly discontinued the vasopressin and dopamine, and the patient quickly died. Mary assumed comfort care meant discontinuation of treatment, but the physician never ordered discontinuation of life-saving medications, ultimately denying the family who were rushing into the hospital the opportunity for a final goodbye. The physician reported Mary to the Board of Nursing, who took the license away that she worked so hard for. Mary was able to get her license back after a remediation program, and she now teaches in a community college where she shares her story with every one of her students, and I continue to share it as well, not to scare new nurses, but to remind every nurse that we should always question. No novice nurse should ever be afraid of asking too many questions. It will be key for you to find your mentors and more experienced nurses. And even if you hated group work in college, you must now, like Dr. Lund said, learn to work in a team. So what does it mean to be part of a team? Bill Gosling is an expert on geese, and I think that geese can teach us all a lesson. First, geese always fly together. That iconic flying V is far more than just allowing the geese to see something other than the back of the bird in front of them. Each bird, as it flaps its wings, is creating a lift for their fellow birds, allowing them to fly further with less effort. When a goose falls out of formation, they realize it takes a lot more effort to fly alone. Very quickly, they go back into formation and work as part of the group again. So if you try to do the work alone and don't work in your team, you will do much more work than working with each other. Secondly, geese support each other when times are tough. When a goose gets injured or sick, 2 geese fall out of formation and they will stay with that goose until it's able to fly again. When they head back out, they work together to catch up with the rest of the flock. As a whole, your nursing team is only as strong as your weakest team member. When one of your team faces a setback, it's so important that the team reaches out and supports them until they're ready to head back into the fray. Work with that other nurse, find a solution, and be there just to protect them, to help to fight back to be with the team again. All of you will have your bad day when you will rely on the team. Next, geese take turns leading. Due to that lift created by the V, there's no one creating any lift for that front goose. This position can get tiring and exhaust even the strongest lead goose. So to help avoid fatigue, the position of front goose rotates between all the members of the flock. So if there's that one difficult patient on your unit, you know the one, the sweet 92-year-old grandmother, never missed Sunday in church, yet now has the mouth of a truck driver and a mean left hook. Each member of the team has to take turns caring for these difficult patients and working together as a team to provide compassionate care. Importantly and lastly, geese cheer progress. Geese can be heard honking loudly while they fly. Scientists speculate that this honking is a way to encourage the flock on their long flights. The geese in the back honk to the ones in the front to encourage them to maintain their speed and keep moving towards their goal. In nursing school, you discussed at length the importance of communication and feedback for your team. It's also essential to celebrate progress and achievements of your individual members in the team. So when you get in a tough IV, celebrate. When your coworkers pass their certification exam, have a party. And remember that geese are always loyal to their purpose. They don't change their migration route. They always return to the same areas, moving the flock from the north to the south to protect them from the cold, and then back from the south to the north to feed in the spring. As the goslings grow, they learn from the other members of the flock and so maintain their purpose year after year. So graduates, as you receive your pin today, remember your purpose. Your pin doesn't just represent the completion of your BSN. Your pin symbolizes your promise to care, to use the knowledge and skills that your exceptional faculty here at Elon have given you to make a difference in the lives of others. Whether you're comforting a scared child, helping a laboring mother bring her baby into the world, or holding the hand of a dying patient so they don't have to take their last breath alone. Yes, to be a registered nurse is a privilege. So congratulations, graduates. This older nurse, old enough to be considered to be a World War II veteran, thanks you for choosing the most noblest of professions, helping to alleviate the nursing shortage, and assuring that those who need us will always have a nurse who cares. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Letvak. So I'd like to now invite our ABSN 2024 student speaker, Sarah Altman, up to the podium.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah, and for those of you who don't know me, I, like others in my class, did not always know that I wanted to be a nurse. I was not the little girl who dressed up as a nurse, and there are not any nurses in my direct family. But I say this to acknowledge that we all found nursing from our own unique experiences. Something I know we all relate to is our desire to help others, and we found nursing as a way to accomplish that. Now, for those of you who do know me, sorry I didn't tell you I was doing this. But as I progressed further along in this program, I could see myself here sharing about my experiences. While some experiences have been harder than others, there have been some great times with each and every one of you. It is hard to believe that the time has gone by so quickly and we are already here receiving our pins. There have been some days where the celebration felt so far away and almost impossible. But with perseverance, focus, and hard work, we're here. Every day, every hour, and every class has led us here. We made it. While our nursing journeys are just beginning, we are here to celebrate our past so far and what has brought us all together. We have become a family, and what makes this group so special is that we all have a different why that brought us to nursing. As we reflect on the past 16 months, we reflect on the long days and many memories we have made. Our faculty has taught us how to be knowledgeable nurses and care for our patients. We would not be here without you all. Elon Nursing has supported us and guided us to this point, and we will always remember our time here and the impact this community has left on our journeys. Now, a phrase I learned when I was little was to always be your best self. And I say this because we are not perfect nurses when we walk across the stage today, but we can and we will be our best versions of ourselves. Nursing is something that is more than a career. And I have learned this through this program, that we are stepping into a role that combines every piece of science we have learned, every form of communication we have practiced, and every experience we have encountered. We as nurses will always be pulling from our past experiences to grow and expand our knowledge. And we will continue to learn and be our best versions of ourselves. I hope that we can continue to support and lean on each other so that we can be our best nurses we can be. Something else I learned from a young age is the value of kindness. Kindness is something that can help someone on their best day and their worst day. As nurses, we can show kindness to each and every one of our patients. We can take the extra moment in their room to help them and support them. This may seem like a small task, and in the moment it is, but it can make the biggest impact. To all the nurses in the room today, I thank you for guiding us in this journey, and I hope we can encourage and guide others one day. To my family here, especially my mom, who answered every call after every exam, thank you. And as you know, there were a lot of those. So getting here would not be possible without the generous support of each and every one of you, and I am forever grateful. I'm grateful for my time here at Elon, for the friends I have made along the way, and for the experiences we have all had together. Now, I hope we all remember our whys that led us to nursing and carry that in our hearts every day with every patient. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce Professor Hicks for the presentation of awards.
So the first award tonight is the Academic Achievement Award. It is presented to the student with the highest overall GPA. A student whose dedication, hard work, and commitment to academic excellence has been unwavering throughout their time here. The student has excelled both in and outside of the classroom, and the Academic Achievement Award is presented to Catherine Campbell. All right, the next award is the Trailblazer Award. It is given to a senior nursing student who exemplifies excellence, integrity, advocacy, and innovative leadership, nominated and voted on by students and faculty. The recipient shows outstanding leadership, listens and guides others, is dedicated to driving change, raising awareness of social justice issues, and fostering an equitable campus community. The Trailblazer Award is presented to Colette Romp. All right. The next award is the Heart of the Cohort Award. It is presented to a senior nursing student who inspires their peers and demonstrates a commitment to encouraging and supporting fellow students. Nominated and voted on by students, the recipient is known for their positive attitude, ability to motivate others, and the perseverance throughout the program. The Heart of the Cohort Award is presented to Colette Romp. All right, the last award of the night is the Phoenix Award. It is given to a senior nursing student who excels in supporting peers in the Elon Department of Nursing throughout their program. Nominated and voted on by students and faculty, the recipient demonstrates outstanding academic achievements, excellent character and interactions, active involvement in university organizations, and significant community service, all while promoting the nursing profession and enhancing student life. The Phoenix Award is presented to two amazing students tonight, and that is Sky Allison and Maggie Davenport. For those of you that don't know, Sky and Maggie have spent a lot of time at Elon. All right, so faculty, staff, and students, thank you for your participation. Congratulations to all award recipients and nominees. I'd like to invite Colette Romp to explain the significance of the pin.
Good evening. As new graduates of Elon University's Accelerated Bachelor's of Science of Nursing program, we would like to present you with your Elon Nursing Pin. Pinning signifies the transition from student nurse to professional nurse and your entry into the world of our nursing colleagues. The nursing pin is a symbol of your new place in the world. It demonstrates in a visible way where you have come from as well as where you are headed. As you see others wearing their nursing school pins, know it is an outward sign that recognizes the hard work that women and men have done in order to become a nurse. The nursing pin harkens back to the Middle Ages, when nobles were permitted to wear a symbolic coat of arms in recognition of loyalty and service to the king. Later, coats of arms were adapted by craftsmen's guilds and by universities. Graduates of Florence Nightingale School of Nursing were identified by a badge of a Maltese cross on their uniform. Over time, other nursing schools developed pins reflecting important dimensions within nursing. Please accept your pin in recognition of the hard work, diligence, determination you have all displayed throughout this program. Your pin will be presented on an honor cord that you can wear tomorrow during graduation. The apricot color is the honor cord that represents a degree in nursing. Wear your pin and cord proudly. Congratulations, we did it.
Okay, so the time has come. Let's see, can I invite Professor Kuntz and Dr. Van Horn up to the front? So they have been invited by the students to present them with their pins. And then will the ABSN cohort of 2024 please approach the stage to receive your pin? Okay, so parents got all your phones, your cameras ready? All right, so Sky Allison, cum laude. Sarah Altman, magna cum laude. Chandler Brayboy, magna cum laude. Catherine Cambon, summa cum laude. Ashley Days, magna cum laude. Maggie Davenport, cum laude. Lauren Dykstra, magna cum laude. Alexa Frazier. Walker Gagnon. Michaela Harris. Kaylee Kennedy, magna cum laude. Bailey McNamara, summa cum laude. Olivia Piernick, cum laude. Colette Romp, magna cum laude. Vale Surge. Cassie Simmons, cum laude. Ashley Thatcher, cum laude. Jennifer Tinoco Ortiz, magna cum laude. We're going to wait for Jennifer. All right, another round of applause. So congratulations again, and wear your pin with pride. We're so proud of you. But at this time, I'd like to invite Maggie Davenport up to the stage. Let you go.
Our next speaker is an alum from our first ABSN cohort that graduated in 2022, Lauren Myers. After spending nearly a decade teaching high school math in North Carolina public schools, Lauren made the transition to nursing and graduated with Elon's inaugural ABSN cohort in December 2022. Following graduation, she completed Cone Health's maternal child nurse residency program and has worked as a staff nurse in the NICU at Cone's Women's and Children's Center for nearly 2 years. Lauren also worked as a staff nurse at the Pregnancy Network in Greensboro, where she provides life-affirming, faith-based care to women experiencing unplanned pregnancies so that they can prepare for the journey of parenthood without fear. She is married to her husband of 7 years, with whom she shares 2 daughters, a 3-year-old and a 7-week-old. Lauren hopes to eventually pursue advanced practice nursing and continue to serve families in her community. I'd like to invite ABSN Class of 2022 alumni Lauren Myers up to the podium.
Thank you all so much for having me. Let's see if I can find my speech in here. Do you know where it is? I brought a copy, so it's okay. It's in my purse. There it is. Thank you. All right. Good evening. I would like to begin by congratulating the class of 2024 on their upcoming graduation from the Elon University Department of Nursing. I would say that I can only imagine the relief and pride that you're feeling, but I don't have to because I remember it vividly. Okay. This is a nerve-wracking time also because you still have that one obstacle in front of you, right? The monster named NCLEX. And I know you want those 2 little letters behind your name, the RN, so badly that you can taste it. You don't need any advice from me on that. You have literally been studying for the NCLEX the entire time you've been here. And you are going to be totally fine. Don't let ATI make you feel any differently, okay? I promise. Like, you can take it tomorrow, you'll be fine. I want to congratulate your family and friends who have held you up during this journey as well, because when I began the ABSN program, my daughter was 7 weeks old, my first daughter, and Professor Kuntz had to offer me her office to pump in at lunchtime. So I understand the kind of support that you needed. Without my husband, it would have been next to impossible, and I know you feel that way about your loved ones also. But tonight, I don't want to wax poetic about the last year and a half or give you tips on picking the correct answer on select all apply, because we both know all the answers are correct correct anyway, right? They are. What I want to talk to you about is the nitty-gritty, the part where you actually put on the badge, walk in a patient's room, and do the nursing. Not in a preceptor's shadow or holding your classmate's hand. I did both, but by yourself, because you're the nurse now. For the next 12 hours, come what may, you are the link between that patient and the provider, but you are going to wear so many more hats than that, I can promise. The first thing I want to challenge you to do is to enter every room with confidence. You already know that I was a high school math teacher before I went into nursing. Do you know how many problems I did incorrectly in front of a room full of teenage geniuses? And you know what? They believed every word I said because I said them with confidence, okay? What I'm not telling you to do, okay, hear me clearly, is to perform a skill that you haven't learned or make up an answer to a question that you don't know. But what I am telling you to do is to assure yourself and your patient that no matter what happens, you have the resources to help. It's all right to say, that is a great question, Mr. Smith. You are the first person to ask me that. I'm going to ask the nurse practitioner, and I'm going to get back to you. And when you have to start that first IV, and you think to yourself, this is probably a one-person job, but I am terrified, it is okay to say, Mr. Smith, I'm going to go grab my best nurse friend and help me. She's going to help me with your IV because she really knows how to tape them down. And if you're confident, he will never know that it was your first IV, and he will be more confident too. And I can't tell you how many nervous moms I have watched physically relax in my presence, not because they knew that I had years of experience, because I did not, but because I walked in the room with confidence, approached their 2-pound babies with a smile and assured hands, and had the humility to ask for help, not when it was totally necessary, but when I needed it. The second thing I want to challenge you to do is to start your shift with a clean slate. When I was teaching, one of my biggest pet peeves was other teachers looking over my roster before the semester would start and giving me their unsolicited opinion on every student that they knew and that they had taught before. It became an unwanted gossip session, and 9 times out of 10, my experience with their former students was entirely different. I thought I would leave this annoying practice behind in nursing, but I often receive report from the night nurse, including phrases like, that mom is so anxious. She drove me insane. And she yelled at the nurse manager 3 days ago. Did you know that? Wait until you read the progress notes on her. Can I encourage you not to do that? At least not until you've met that mom or that wife or the sister and truly given her a shot. You might just be the nurse that she needs to remind her that everything is going to be all right. Each one of you carries a unique interpersonal skill set, and you won't be everyone's cup of tea, I can promise you that, but you might be the right one at the right time. So don't surrender the shift before it's begun. Give yourself and your patient a chance because you might be the unit hero, okay? Or at least the charge nurse's hero. And on that note, I'm sure you've heard that nurses tend to eat their young. While I do feel that there has been a lot of improvement in this area, there will always be nurses and people in general, for that matter, who seek to put others down. As a new grad, it will be tempting to A, believe what they say, B, feed into it in order to fit in, and C, become extremely self-conscious about your own performance in order to stay under the radar. People are always going to talk, so I encourage you to make your words count. When you hear a negative word about your coworker, and you will hear them, jump in with a positive word. I have done countless 7 a.m. assessments where a baby's temperature was too low or too high, and it would have been incredibly easy to blame the night nurse for not keeping the baby swaddled or not adjusting the isolette to the perfect temperature. But the truth is, a patient's status can change on a dime, and it can change during report. That nurse had other patients as well, and it'll serve you well to assume the best of intentions. Don't be the nurse who seeks to place blame. Be the nurse who encourages and motivates. The last thing I want to challenge you to do is to seize every single opportunity to learn. I know you're like, oh, I'm so done with learning for right now, but it's only beginning. And I don't really mean getting certifications or going back to school. All of those things are important to do, and you should do them. But what I really mean is when you find out another nurse is doing a urine culture and you haven't done one, ask if you can join. When the doctor and nurse practitioners step into your patient's room to provide an update to the family and answer questions, you should join them if you can. I know you're going to be busy, but if you can join them, you should, because not only does this communicate to the patient and their family that their care is a team effort, but it gives you the chance to hear the questions answered, pathophysiology explained, and an opportunity, if needed, to interpret very intimidating medical jargon in a way that everyday people can understand. And if I can, I would encourage you to do all of those things while sitting down. Pull up a chair, a stool, an empty trash can, whatever you can find, but communicate to your patient that you have time.
Time to listen, time to empathize, and time to explain. I can promise you that earning trust is about 1,000 times easier when it's done at eye level and not hovering over a hospital bed. Most of the world has the luxury of building a career around the phrase, it's not personal, it's just work, but not you. What you will do, quite honestly, is some of the most personal work that there is. You will welcome children into the world, and you will hold the hands of beloved parents as they leave it. You'll assure loved ones on surgery day, and you'll hug them on discharge day. Ask me how I know. You have the privilege of being in the room for some of life's most vulnerable moments, and you will not experience them every day. Some days will literally just be Foley catheters and blood sugar checks and getting your patient to cooperate with the physical therapist. I know y'all have seen that in clinical. They hate to see PT coming. But some days will change you, and when they do, and when you are most proud of yourself, I want you to write those things down in a HIPAA-compliant manner, of course, okay? Because you are not superhuman, and there will be tough days. So take care of future you and make sure you have a trove of memories that you can look back on to remember the incredibly important work that you've done. I hope you embrace the nerves that you feel on your first day, because they will make you cautious. I hope you're excited to be an important part of hundreds of people's stories, people you have not even met yet, but people that are deeply depending on you. And I hope that when you start to notice that you're making a difference, that the providers trust your judgment and listen thoughtfully to your opinion, that you allow yourself to feel the weight of that accomplishment. Because it won't be luck, it won't be happenstance, it will be the culmination of hours of training, hours of professional development, and the hours you have spent here, hunched over flashcards and YouTube and color-coded study guides. I know you have them. I wish the very best to all of you, but most of all, I wish you the fortitude and perseverance to go be great.
Thank you so much, Lauren. We appreciate your ongoing dedication to Elon Nursing and to the nursing profession, and we so appreciate you being here tonight. So I ask that Val Surge come to the podium to lead the nursing oath. I'm going to ask that all nursing students and all registered nurses in the audience to please rise and follow along with the oath in your program.
Thank you. Okay. As a nurse dedicated to providing the highest quality of care and services, I solemnly pledge that I will consider the welfare and humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. Act in a compassionate and trustworthy manner in all aspects of my care. Apply my knowledge, experience, and skills in the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. Exercise sound professional judgment while abiding by ethical requirements. Accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. Promote, advocate for, and strive to protect the health, safety, and rights of patients. With this pledge, I accept the duties and responsibilities that embody the nursing profession. I take this oath voluntarily with full realization of the responsibility in which I'm trusted by the public. Thank you.
Okay, so we are so close. I know you guys are ready to go celebrate, but I get to say a few closing remarks. So again, I just want to say thank you to everyone this evening for making it so special for these students who are now nurses and us so close. So I want to end tonight with just a few words of advice. I will keep it really short, I promise. So I wish I could say that the hard part is behind you, but let's be real, right? You're entering a complex and challenging healthcare environment. There will be days again when you ask yourself, what am I doing here? Right? So during those moments of doubt, remember today. Right? Remember why you wanted to become a nurse, and remember how hard you worked to get here. Take a moment to recognize the potential impact of your actions and words on the patients and families you care for. During these moments, remember that nursing has the power to change lives. You have the power to change lives. And so there seems to be a theme tonight with all the speakers talking about time, and I'm going to add to that theme, so it's pretty important. So as you begin your nursing career, here's what I'm going to ask of you. Take the time. Take the time to listen to a patient who is scared. Take the time to hold someone's hand when they are confused. Take the time to understand a perspective that's different than yours. And take the time to assess and challenge your own assumptions and biases. And recognize that failing to take the time can have lasting implications on the people you care for. Be patient with yourself and make the best of every situation you have to learn. Because as a nurse, you will absolutely learn something new every single day. So lastly, it's my time now to, I just want to make sure you remember who you are. So I'm going to remind you. Are you ready? All right, so you are a sleep lacking, too much coffee drinking, test taking, cranial nerve knowing, NCLEX exam passing, all right, listen, ready? Already graduate school thinking, empathy giving, hand holding, critical thinking, Elon nurse. So wear your pin with pride. We are all so proud of you, and the nursing profession welcomes you. All right, so give a round of applause. So I have a few more thank yous. So I want to thank all of you for coming out tonight to show your love and support for these students. Without the support of family and friends, these students would not be here tonight. So students, I want you all to stand, and please show your thanks and gratitude for the support from your friends and families and loved ones. Okay, thank you. I would also like to thank Elon's administration and the entire School of Health Sciences for the unwavering dedication you have shown to the Elon Department of Nursing. And lastly, I'm going to ask all of the nursing department, faculty and staff, all stand, please. All right, because I want to make sure that we know that we are all thanking them, because without them, you would not be here today. So. All right, so that ends this part of this evening. We have refreshments in the back, and so we are going to go ahead and have a reception. So again, thank you all so much. I'm going to ask the students to stay up here because we're going to take a student photo. But one last congratulations, thank you, and enjoy the rest of the evening.